We're in the centre of New South Wales at Condobolin. A few rolling hills around, but largely very flat. So considered the geographical centre of the state. And we're going to have a bit of a look around. So wheel brakes are off, toe brakes are on, spooling up, 60% release of brakes. Settle in, 90%, 100, do mil power takeoff, should do. Start rotating, I'll try to hold 5 degrees here. Come away at 140, yep, thanks, taps the brakes, gear up. And I'm releasing the stick now. That seems to work pretty well. Check my trim is centered, it is right. So currently heading south, but I want to turn right. And in fact, the town of itself, we just flew over it, I think. There it is, yep. Going to turn back around to the right because our first leg is to the east. As you can see, it's billiard table flat, most of it. Might be a dust storm out there. It could be rain, but it doesn't look like it. What's the time? It's 13:26, 13:27. Matter of interest, that small hill over there is where the centre of the state is considered to be, and that's our last waypoint actually. So here's the lovely little town of Condobolin, and we're going to fly, once we get around, back over the airport and to the east. And landmarks out here are generally going to be mountains, small mountains, mountain ranges, that kind of thing. Coming back over the airport, which is hard to see, I've got to say. Which is
Yankee Lima Charlie Golf Traffic Cessna Victor Hotel, Sierra, Quebec Juliet, 1 mile east, 700 feet inbound to land run.
10 o'clock. Yeah, it's a recurrent problem for me. Where's the airport? Okie doke. So looking for the first, let's go to the wing pod. And we can see on the horizon the bump, and that's our first waypoint. It's a hill of about 300 feet. Not very high, but it does stand out. Looking to the south. So there is a railway and a road there, which is generally heading our direction, which is nice. In fact, I might go right past the hill, I think. Let's see. Once we get to the hill, we just turn ever so slightly to the south. And there's a small mountain range, which we can just begin to see now. And at the southern end of that, I've placed a waypoint, and there's a distinctive pattern in the fields, which who knows how long it'll be there, but you'll see what I mean when I get there. So you can see that there's the hill, and I think the roads do sweep past it actually. We're at 500 feet, pretty low at the moment. We should pass over the hill with about 200 feet to spare. And turn slightly to the right. And there's the range. And the road did come all the way past the hill, as we can see. Excellent. Right, so the southern end of this range is the next waypoint. Might as well fly down the whole thing, it's only about 2 miles long. Also might as well push it up a bit out here because we can. Sitting around 200 feet, it's good fun. And just hitting Mach 1. Let's pull back, pop the speed brakes. And that quick, we're at the mountain range, coming back through 300 knots, speed brake in. And if you look to the left, you'll see the pattern I was talking about. Let's go to the left wing pod. Yeah, that light coloured pattern in the, let's have a closer look at it. Who knows what, well, I guess they're harvesting the wheat. That's what it is. Now, finally worked it out. So by the time you get here, it might be all harvested and all be a different colour. But anyway, that's southern end of the range is the waypoint. Can't rely on the wheat staying in one place. Right, now we've got a long run, 24 miles, and we're looking for, you can see the high ground. Make sure I'm pointed at the right one. I'm pretty sure it's the bigger, might not be actually. Might be a smaller one. Yeah, we've got to get a couple of miles further down. Why I didn't go for the big ones, because I want to go to Lake Cowell. In fact, if we climb, you'll be able to see it. Let's go up to a few thousand feet. There's 2,000. Let's go to 3,000. Right on 3,000. And right on a saw. Right, and right on track. Let's just check the track. No, it's not the track because I haven't reloaded the new flight plan into the computer. Believe me, we're on track. Using my external navigation equipment. So we can't see it yet. Okay, climb a bit higher. Okay, you can start to see the lake on the left. Just under the nose of the aircraft, that bluish grey mass. That is indeed our destination, and there's a mountain just starting to appear at the western corner of it. You can always detour to that range over there, of course. Once you know the route, do whatever you want. Right, so let's get down to Lake Cowell. Yeah, that was an earlier version of the flight plan loaded into the aircraft at the moment. It's the internal computer. The flight plans go through a lot of changes as I fly around and see what's really cool to look at. Lots of beautiful patterns here in the crops. Okay, now we can clearly see that, and that's Wamboyne Mountain, Wamboyne. It has a name, so that's what we're looking for. But while we're here, we want to look at the gold mine, Lake Cowell gold mine. We'll see why when we get there. For a start, look at these beautiful colours. Unbelievable. That is gorgeous. I'll actually fly over the lake. So there's the mountain on the right. Let's fly over the lake. Come back to the mountain before we go to the next waypoint. So you'll be surprised by the colours here. Beautiful blue, obviously, here. And also the technical aspect of this boggles my mind. Digging such a deep hole next to a lake, it's got to be something you want to do with a great deal of care, I'd imagine. So there's 2 ponds over there. This is the modern method of fossicking for gold, I guess. And check out this quarry. That is awesome. I'd be scared to go down there with all that water pressing in from half of the sides. But there it is. What a great view. Fantastic. Okay, let's keep flying. I'm getting a bit slow. Yeah, spectacular. So let's head back to that mountain, which is hidden in the mist at the moment. I don't know what kind of weather's going on here. We want to take a bearing from there because it's 7 miles northwest to a small town called Bircher. And check out the orange underneath us. Unbelievable. Right, so here's waypoint 3. So waypoint 4, I want to head northwest.
Pull up, pull up.
Still turning. It's a tiny little place, but it was worthy of note. It's on this road, and it's you'll see why. It just looks quite nice, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, what road? That road disappeared. Okay, it's on this road. I think it's, is it there? No, there are some buildings there. Where is it? Okay, this is going to be funny if I can't find it again. Okay, now it's to the right of me. I think it's here. No, it's not. Okay, I'm finding everything except... there it is. Got it. Alright. Yeah, it's a small town. And it's got one heck of a large building there. Maybe it's abattoir or something. Could be beef. Not sure, but there you go. And there's more. Yeah, look, it's reasonably sized. It looks like a golf course here. That's something I was wondering about. Let's have a look back at. I can't see it from that angle, but anyway, yeah, interesting. Right, now just directly west from there, about 5 miles, we're going to a very small bridge across a very small creek. It's a very long creek though, Humbug Creek. And the significance of it is it joins this road, joins the main road, which will take us back to Condobolin. That's why it's important. I might as well get right on track, heading west, so what you see matches the briefing picture. It's coming up. Pretty close. Am I going to be able to see it? I hope I can. Yep, there it is. Okay, so there's the creek, there's the little bridge, and here's the road coming around to the north. To keep the speed up here, I'm going to stall. Right, that takes us back to Condobolin. I'll just fly around that again because that was a bit confusing. Keep my speed up. So I'm turning back to the west. Get another chance to check out these lovely fields too. Okay, so there was the town over there. And just watching the speed, yeah, we're good. Okay, now I can see it all. So you can see at the top there that the road's joining and sweeping to the north. And just down here where the dark trees are near this intersection is the little bridge. So that's pretty much the picture in the recon files. It's a pretty distinctive pattern, like an S shape. Right, so let's head up that road now for about 14 miles, and there's a lake on the left whose name is obscured at the moment. I'm going to try to fly hands-free for a moment, see if I can read the name. It's never as easy as you think. No, I can't see, it doesn't matter. It's a large lake. Now, I'll make sure I'm following the right road after all that. Yep, that was a sweeping intersection. This is the road we're following. I'm going to keep to the right of it and we'll spot the lake on the left. Right, so it's about a 14-mile run. Turn my landing lights off, I think. And as usual, the road sweeps a little bit to the right, the left, but it will come back to the flight plan. I don't want to put too many waypoints in there. There it is on the left. Pretty easy to follow roads out here. Okay, now in a moment or so we'll see the lake on the left. It's about 2 miles left of the road. This is also another small bridge over a small creek. Waypoint 6. Let's climb a bit, see if we can spot the lake. Yes, it looks white in this weather. But there's at about 10 o'clock, that white area, that's the lake. This is the Gibbs Way, this road. And a little bridge coming up, I can see it actually. Follow the road along, it snakes across to the right, and there's a light area between the trees. We'll get closer. There it is. On bridge. Click. And continue up now. 12 miles to Condobolin Showground. There's the lake. Yep. Cool. Of course, a lot of these outback lakes are not always wet. Some traffic down there. Someone's overtaking. Yeah, often they're dried up too. And like I said, it's period table flat most of this route.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Right, I'm going to pull up, and as the lady said,
pull up,
and see if I can spot the showground. Another ubiquitous. I've often been calling them racetracks in previous flight plans, and some of them might be, but in fact most of them are what we call showgrounds, local fairground I guess you'd call it. Now I can start to see radio mast and town. I think we're pointing pretty much towards the showground. Let's pull up a bit higher. It should be on the right of the road. It's got oval shape obviously and pretty large. close to the road. Okay, here it is. And if we follow our gaze past that to the right, about 1 o'clock, 1:30, you see the airport. As usual, hard to see. So here's the showground. Nice. And our last stop is Mount Tilga, the centre of New South Wales. Pretty sure is that hill in the distance, or is it another bigger place? I'm going to zoom in on my map here. Yes, it's the smaller hill in front of it. I think so. No, I think it is the bigger one. Yeah. Well, that's convenient. Easy to see. So not much sunlight getting down here at the moment due to what's happening up there with the clouds. These colours are so vibrant in the sunlight. Okay, now if I do a right-hand turn around this, and we'll see the airport. So I'm going to jump back in the driver's seat. And there we go, centre of New South Wales. And rolling out towards the airport. Which, as usual, I can't see till I'm right on top of it. It's got to be near those white buildings. Yes. And there's a paved runway and this grass strip, obviously. Alright, so let's land. Tries the wind coming from north. Okay, well, actually we want to land north then. So flying upwind. Just going to keep turning. Or is that downwind? What the hell? No, those numbers always confuse me. Yeah, definitely upwind. At 90 degrees, coming through to downwind. It looks like the weather's clearing up just as we land. Colours are really showing their true colours now. Right, tap the brakes because I'm pretty close to the runway actually. Speed brake in, gear down. Watch the power here, too low on the power. Pull hard. We're going to be, oh no, not too bad. Been swinging rather wide lately. Not too bad. Okay, let's get my head in the game there. Righto. And landing lights on. Yep. And prepped near the reverse thrust, but before that happens, we want to get down. Speed brake out. Speed brake in.
Power.
Throttle retarded, and on the reverse thrust and engaged, full throttle, slowing down nicely. Yep, excellent, fantastic. So throttle back, we'll see the superb disengage reverse thrust, landing lights off. So the runway is still a bit wet, so it has been raining. Excellent turning circle, and I'm very happy with my rudders because after flying around for a long time with them being way too sensitive, I got in there and really got stuck into the response curve. What a difference. Just laziness, I guess. So there we go. Condobolin, centre of New South Wales.